Welcome back to Good Morning Interbike. We're here at the Mandalay Bay Convention Center for the 2013 edition of the Interbike Bicycle Expo. We're talking to Suzanne from Zensah. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
First of all, Zensah is in the compression wear business. What does that mean?
So there's a lot of information about compression on the market, but basically we make products that help athletes perform better and recover better.
I want to talk more about that, but first I want to talk about the name.
Okay.
What's a Zensah?
So actually, seamless compression is made on seamless machines, or at least our compression apparel is made on seamless machines. Seamless comes from, or seamless machinery was invented in Italy, and so when you say, to say seamless construction is senza caciture, which means without seams. And so we played upon that and said Zensah is that athletes should be without limits.
Nice.
So, yeah.
I like that. Now, when you say it's made on machines that are made in Italy, I have a passing familiarity with hosiery machinery. Is it the same kind of equipment that people would make socks on, for instance?
Correct, yes. Exactly like that. So instead of it being cut and sew, it's actually circular knitting, and you're creating a tubular piece.
So it literally is one complete, continuous a piece of apparel.
Exactly.
Really nice. Now, let's talk about compression.
Okay.
Because I think that for the average everyday athlete, they think, oh, I must not need compression. I just go out and do centuries on the weekend. But in truth, do they need compression?
Yeah, I mean, it's a very important aspect in the training and recovery process. So basically the way compression works, it's a lot of people are familiar with compression from the medical industry.
Right.
So the circulation aspects, which are important aspects to compression, and basically that's helping you pump blood back through the heart a little, back up to the heart easier, helping to oxygen to flow, and helping you recover faster. But another important aspect is the muscle stabilization. Excuse me.
That's okay.
So basically, by holding the muscle together, you're containing those oscillations or those small vibrations, which then lead to injuries or soreness or just any pain in your legs or your arms or anything like that. And so compression helps to prevent that and recover from that as well.
So compression has the circulatory benefits as well as the recovery benefits as well. And then the next day when I'm walking downstairs for breakfast, I don't feel quite so sore as I'm going downstairs. That makes sense. For the average everyday athlete, when should they use compression wear?
So that's a good question in the sense that there is no exact answer for that. Every athlete kind of benefits for it in their own way. Whenever I'm talking with somebody, I suggest, try the product while you're riding, while you're running, try it for recovery, and then you feel out what's the best way for you to work with it. Personally, I was wearing it for a long time for recovery, and I'm training for my first marathon now, and everything hurts when you're training for a marathon. So now I'm wearing them while I run. So it's kind of where you see the best fit for yourself.
Makes sense. What makes Zensah different?
So we have a couple unique factors. One is our fabric. It's extremely comfortable, and actually, if you want to feel over here,
absolutely.
Very, very soft fit.
It is.
The colors that we make, all of our products are available in at least a range of 10 to 30 different colors, which is really exciting to the athletic world. Little by little, people are starting to see that it's not just a black and white anymore. There's neons and patterns and everything like that. And then our products are made in the U.S., which is exciting as well. So that's very unique.
Absolutely. And obviously, for instance, you brought socks.
Yes.
Where else are people applying compression? Basically the extremities, right?
Yes. Yeah. So the most popular forms of compression you'll see is compression socks, and then something which is a little different, which is a sleeve. So that's where instead of having compression over the foot, you're going to have it starting at the ankle.
Okay.
Then in the arms, we actually just came out with a compression elbow sleeve, ankle sleeves, thigh sleeves, knee sleeves. So there's a wide range of everywhere you can benefit from it.
What's new here?
What's new here? So we have actually the compression arm sleeve we have, which is something the cycling world is pretty familiar with in the sense of arm warmers. Yeah. And I mean, when you think about it, arm warmer is actually applying warmth. You have a sleeve on your arm, but it actually is a light layer of compression also, so keeping the blood circulating. But we actually took that and added reflective to it.
Oh, great.
So not only the benefits of compression, but also the benefits of visibility, which is so important, especially moving into fall and winter.
Sure.
So,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What about this gorgeous sweater that's sitting in front of us here?
So like I said, we knit a lot on seamless machinery. We're not only a compression brand. So a lot of times people get that confused and say, oh, well, Zensah makes compression. Is that a compression jacket? Or is that a compression sports bra? Or things like that. But this is this is actually a completely seamless wool jacket made in Italy, and really nice for, again, moving into fall and winter, and has that nice Italian cycling retro look, which is pretty exciting. Yeah, so
I was attracted to it as soon as I walked in the studio and saw it there.
Maybe you should try it on.
No, but then you'll never get it back.
Yeah, it's true.
That's really, really nice. Now, one of the things that as I was preparing for you to come in today, I came across a term that I was unfamiliar with, 3D printing.
Yes.
What does that mean?
Okay, so 3D printing is basically, it's a pretty cool technology that it's been around for a while now, but something that a lot of manufacturing companies and apparel companies are starting to utilize, in the sense of the way it works is it takes a material and you put a design into the computer, kind of like any architectural design or graphic design, AutoCAD,
like
exactly,
sure.
And you can put that direct, and then you send that to the printer. And the way that the printer is working on the most basic level is it's layering the material. So right when you send something to your printer at home or in the office, it's just printing an image of that onto a piece of paper. But the 3D printer is actually printing a physical example of that. I'm sorry, I don't have any samples here.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
But yeah, so it's a pretty exciting technology that's emerging now. And
so I think I've heard of it, when you're talking about plastic parts and things like that, but you're able to do it with apparel as well.
So it's still in the works. Right now we haven't really used it on apparel, but we are experimenting with it, and a lot of companies are using it for prototyping. So a lot of times when you're developing a new product, it can take years to prototype something, and the 3D printing allows you to put the design into the AutoCAD type of software, print it out immediately, and say, hey, I have to adjust this right now, and then we can send it to the factory and print it right away.
So development is just really fast.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We actually do have a product that we made with the 3D printer. I actually do have it on my shoe. I'll take my shoe off.
You're the first guest I've ever had to take their shoe off.
I'm sorry, don't get offended.
No, it's okay.
So this is actually our sneaker swag. And so, it's a small little piece. I'll go ahead and put my shoe back on. But it's basically something to brag about, let's say, your century ride or your running distance or different events that you're participating in. And as far as my knowledge or our company's knowledge, we're one of the first companies to actually sell products printed on a 3D printer, which is pretty exciting.
Yeah.
And what's cool about 3D printing is there's a lot of opportunity with customization. So we can customize, what you want to put on it, and then maybe the size or the textures or things like that. And then where it leads in the future is, a big question. But
yeah. Where can people find your products? Are you selling through bike dealers?
We are selling through bike dealers across the country. We're also available internationally in bike dealers as well. Probably the best thing would be to go to our website, our store locator, and we're very supportive of shop local. So you just plug in your zip code.
That's great.
Yeah.
And where's your website?
Zensah.com. That's always the complicated part, how to spell it. So it's Zensah. Zensah. Yeah.
Great to meet you and learn a little bit more about your products. Thanks for stopping by at Good Morning Interbike.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, good to have you here. And thank you for joining us on Good Morning Interbike. Again, please stay subscribed to our YouTube channel. Lots more content from the 2013 edition of the Interbike Expo from right here at the Mandalay Bay Convention Center, so stay tuned.